After having managed and coached more than 100 sales reps, there's one thing that I see every single sales rep going through, and that is sales slumps. What really differentiates the good ones from the great ones is how quickly you can get out of one, and number two, how often you actually get into one. So in this video, I will go through the exact process that I teach my teams that are making several $100,000 every single month on how to actually get out of these sales slumps. So the first step here is about to stop overthinking the process, because what I see constantly is that the strategy that the sales rep use have not changed at all. The leads has not changed, right? They're not colder, they're not warmer, and usually the closest, the reps around them are still performing at the same level. So what is it then? It's always themselves, and specifically it's their mindset. Because a lot of the time what I see when performance drops is that they start overthinking. They start changing things in the process that we know already works. Obviously, if it hasn't worked before, then we need to change the process. But if they go from a high close rate to a low close rate all of a sudden, then it's nothing in the process. There's nothing in the strategy. So the first step here is just to really identify that it's only mental. It's not the strategy, right? That's the first step. So what we do after is to audit your internal dialogue. This is super important, right? What do you actually say to yourself? Because that's the cause. That is the root problem of this. So we first have to identify the negative thoughts. What are you telling yourself? Some people are saying, okay, I can't close these leads anymore, or no one closes on follow-ups, or everything is working against me. Okay, we need to identify these negative thoughts. And the thing is, most sales reps, they just go on autopilot, me myself included. When I was closing, I had issues with this as well, because what we do is we just go on and on and think that, okay, we need just more reps, we just need more volume. That's the only thing that we need to do, without identifying our own thoughts. So how do we actually do this? First of all, we need to stop distracting ourselves, because what I see a lot of people when they have negative thoughts is that they start coping. And coping could be, for example, just doom scrolling or watching a movie, when we actually should just identify our own thoughts. Another great method for us to identify our thoughts is journaling, right? Get them out of your head, get them on a sheet of paper, read the paper so that you can actually understand, what am I telling myself? And be completely honest here, don't hide anything, right? You're the only one that's going to read it. And then also meditation is great, so you can sit with yourself and face these thoughts. Another great thing is cardio, especially in nature. This is scientifically proven that if you do a lot of cardio, if you get out in nature, then you will get a lot clearer thoughts. So what I would definitely do here, write down and be specific about the things that you tell yourself. For example, I can't close anymore. I am not good at closing. I've lost everything. If that's what you think, write that down, because you can't fix what you don't see. The next step from there is that we need to rewire your beliefs with proven wins. Okay? The first thing that I would do here is to identify the beliefs that you have, the negative beliefs. What I would do is I would take that piece of paper, scrunch it into a ball, throw that away, or even burn it, right? We want that physical action so that we can really tell our body, okay, I don't identify with these beliefs anymore. And then what we want to do, we want to write down the new beliefs. For example, I am a great closer. I always close these kind of leads. I perform all the time. Write down these new beliefs, all right? And then we want to just keep on reading them over and over again, because what you repeat is what you believe. Another thing here is that we want to watch your winning calls, right? The ones where you closed, where you did a good performance, okay? We don't want to focus on the ones where it might have been luck or something like that. We want to focus on the ones where you've closed and you really performed well, and watch them constantly, right? Also, why not just watch a couple of your teammates' calls, right? A couple of other closes on your team. Don't take the things, specific things, right? That's gonna go back to this about changing the strategy. But what we want to do is we want to really just get the belief that it's possible. That's what you lose. So input, change the belief. After we've done that, we want to practice affirmations before every single call. We want to identify these and repeat them before every single call, so that we can get into the right state of mind. Because what we focus on, right, that's what's gonna grow. So we would need to focus on that we are helping them rather than we want to make money. We're gonna go into that a little bit more later on, but what we want to do is affirmations before every call. So for example, I'm a great closer, this call will go exactly the way it's supposed to go, I am performing really well. Things like that. And just repeat that over and over again, and do it with a lot of emotion. Feel the feelings that you would feel by closing or having a really good call, because without emotion, these affirmations won't really work, right? Put yourself into that state of mind that you would have if you would close them and if you would really perform at a high level. But then we go into this, focus should be on helping rather than making the money. Remove the doubt and the neediness, because we always need to detach from the outcome, because the worst thing that you can have as a sales rep is commission breath. And what I mean by that is when the prospect can really feel that you're only doing it for the money, that you're needy, that you need the money here. But a way that I like to reframe it is that what can we actually get out of the call? Okay, what is the thing that we can get out of the call? We can get 500 euros in commission, for example, right? That's pretty common. That's a pretty common pay. What can we give them by them buying our program, the course, mentorship? What can we give them? We can give them a completely new life. We can give them financial freedom. We can give them location freedom. We can give them happiness, get rid of the stress, right? It's specific to them. But think about this. Think about this before the call. What's actually worth more, 500 euros or someone changing their whole life? And not only their life, but maybe the people around them, okay? Who's got the more power? Obviously us. We have the key to their castle. We have the key for them to actually succeed in their life and get rid of every negative thing that they have. Okay, so who's got the power? And when you understand this, you can detach from the outcome. You don't really need this 500. They need you, right? Then we won't have this neediness. Then we won't have this doubt. What's super key here is that you turn your mindset routine into daily system. We need to prevent this from happening. We can't just act when things are coming to us, right? We need to get rid of the cause. We need to get rid of the root. So what we really need to do here is to take daily action to improve your mindset, make it a part of your routine so that we do this. No distractions. We have silent time, we journal, we meditate, we go work out, we do all of these things, we watch the winning calls, we read these new beliefs that we have. And it's not only about reading and repeating, it's about identifying yourself with it, because identify, it's what creates your beliefs, it's what creates your emotions, and what creates your actions. So identify yourself as a fantastic closer. And once you've done that, you will never get into these sales slumps. And if you do, then you'll easily just get out of them. So that's super important that you really make this into a daily routine. I would recommend to do this before every workday as well. Watch a winning call before a new one, for example, so you really can get into that state of mind. Meditate so you can clear your thoughts. Journal, also clear your thoughts before the workday. The core idea here is that your results don't drop first, your mindset does. Okay, that will always be the cause, because if you start doubting yourself, then your results will follow. So the way we do this is by fixing the thoughts, then the actions and the results will follow. But most importantly, fix your identity. Identify as a closer that is closing all the time, that is performing at a high level. And once you've done that, you'll get better thoughts, better actions, and then you will get better results.